D8 rolls.
Yes.
D8 roll.
Yep.
Yes. 1 D8.
All right.
Austin, what'd you get?
I got 2. So.
He got a
2
4.
and 4. So 4 for Scotty, and I think +2 will be his total.
Sky,
So,
Sky, you remember how to do this?
I think so.
You're gonna
Click the
go to
anvil.
Anvil, and then you'll drop down the level to number 3 in screen modes, and then you'll click on Manage HP and add 4 to wherever it says the hit point total.
Yeah. Add 4 to that number.
Rolled HP.
Yeah.
You'll add 4 to that.
I wish I could speak whale.
Why?
So I'm gonna add for rolled HP. I'm gonna put 4.
No, add 4 to whatever the number is in there.
It should be a 20 total. You add 4 to 16, I believe.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. There we go. I'll apply that.
Yep. And
3.
the level is 3, right?
Yes. I just put that
Okay.
on there.
Then scroll down to the bottom of the screen. There'll be some blue highlighted stuff, and that'll be for you to. You'll have to choose that subclass that we were talking about, and you can click on them here and kind of get a gist of what each one does.
It dropped me, kicked me out, but I got the blue bars here.
Okay. Did it kick you out of the character builder?
No. It just kicked me out of the Google Meets on my phone.
Oh, you're back.
We still hear you. Yeah. So yeah, I would. You'll go down to those blue bars. Whoa. Why does that say? It says someone got you at 5th level, so I'm gonna switch that back.
Well, stop switching shit, because
wait.
you two switching, both switching shit might fuck it
Yeah,
up.
I'm not. Well, I haven't been. Yeah. It's got you at 5th level for some reason.
Oh, it shows me at level 5?
That's what I'm.
Cool.
When I refreshed it, that's what it popped up as. I'm not gonna change it.
Okay, there we go. Great.
Okay. Yeah. Then the only thing you should have at the bottom is the Bard's College.
Yeah, I just did that.
And which one did you go with?
I went with the College of Whispers.
Okay. So let's look at that, so you have an idea of what that does. Because I know that's one that's a little finicky.
Oh, that's nice.
It's got a couple of decent things, but if I remember correctly, the wording's kind of funky on it.
Nah, when you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can spend a Bardic Inspiration to deal 2d6 psychic damage.
Every time.
I really like Words of Terror.
As long as he has Bardic Inspiration dice to spend.
Oh, okay.
So
Those run out quick. Okay. Words of Terror includes intimate, singing words, insidious magic, inspired terror. If you speak to humanoid for at least 1 minute.
That is cool.
Paranoia. Okay.
Yeah. That was good.
That's pretty interesting. That works perfect for kind of the spot you are in the party. Where they get higher levels.
Fuck yeah, dude. Plus,
Okay, Mantle of Whispers allows you to Okay, I think this is the one that's broke, like not good, because it essentially allows you to assume a disguise, but it's stuff you can do with kits in the game already.
Oh.
So that's where this particular subclass wanes. Is it gives you a lot of stuff that you can already kind of do, or you can do better with other ones. But if you like it, roll it.
It works pretty good with what he's got going, so.
Yeah. And then the last thing we'll have to do is your
your interaction with the captain?
Spells.
Oh yeah, you need spells.
Yep, he's got to add 2 more spells. You can pick 2, or no, let me see. You can get 1 spell, but you can swap 1 out. Let me double check that.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Well.
No, yeah, okay. So you'll have 6 total spells known, and you can change 2 if you like. You'll now have 4 first level spell slots in 2 seconds.
I'm looking at this.
Looking at
it says 7 known spells.
You get 6. I think.
Yeah, you might have a couple known from other stuff. I'm trying to think.
I'm looking at it right now.
It's loading in your cantrips in there. So you got to go down to add spells all the way at the bottom.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
And when you click on add spells, it'll show you that you know 5 of 6 right now. So you get to learn 1 more. And I would advise 2nd level. And if you'd like, you can retrain a 1st level for a 2nd level if you want to add another 1st level. You just have to remove 1 of those.
So if I want to take from 1st level to 2nd level, I just remove it and put it back?
Yeah, you can do that with one of the ones you already have. You can...
Yeah, you can remove 1 of the 1st level spells you have, and you can add 2 2nd levels, or you can keep what you got and add 1 2nd level.
You can also add a 1st level if you want, but you got a 2nd level spell slot now, so you may as well take it.
Yeah, that's true. You don't have to take any 2nd level spells.
Take advantage of it.
Ones I would suggest, Detect Thoughts is a great one. The Gift of Gab is one that would super fit your character. Really good ones: Heat Metal, Suggestion, Invisibility. These 2nd levels got a fucking ton of great spells.
It's
any
very good
suggestions, Adam?
I mean, Zone of Truth, it's not bad.
Zone of Truth isn't bad. Blindness, Deafness isn't bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's good.
Crown of Madness is okay situationally.
Yeah. All of those ones he said. So, don't take knock. I mean...
Yeah.
I mean, I can tell you ones not to take. That's usually good. Don't take Shadow.
Don't take Enthrall. Enthrall sounds better than it actually is. Don't take that.
I kind of want a 2nd level spell, but I don't know which 1st level spell I'd want to get rid of.
You don't have to.
Okay, so you could pick 1 2nd level, but if you want to get 2 of them, you have to drop a 1st level.
Oh.
Right.
Yeah.
And whenever you level up, Scott, you can retrain 1 spell. So, like, if you like what you got right now, keep it. And then if you find you're not using 1, then you can do it at the next level up.
Okay.
Which one are you thinking about?
I just was looking at Suggestion.
Suggestion is a good one.
Let's see what this Gift of Gab is.
I think you're going to love that one, because I think that one really fits your character. It's got an interesting concept. It's a newer spell.
Oh yeah, that is cool.
Yeah, it lets you kind of when you fuck up, you can essentially go back in the conversation and rewrite their thoughts.
I think
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that. That's wicked.
Right. So like if you fail a deception check, fucking cast it, try again.
Yep, and
Yeah.
and the best part is the incantation you speak to cast it is the new thing you want to say in place of what you said before.
That's very cool.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a dope fucking spell. I read it when I was looking at spells like last week, looking at stuff for you, and I was like, ooh, this is perfect for Scotty in this character.
All right, then I guess that does it. Then. I guess.
Yep.
Yeah, if you don't want to swap out another first level spell, then yeah, you're good.
Sweet. Yeah.
And remember, you will be able to, once you go to your character sheet, go to your spells and scroll down to your second levels. Because it will, I don't know, I think you have at least one that can upcast.
Cure wounds.
Yeah, Cure Wounds will up. So you can cast some of your first level spells, you can use second level spells to cast them, or spell slots, and it'll cast them in a stronger capacity.
Right. Like Charm Person, you can target 2 people instead of 1 if you cast it at second level.
Yep. Cure Wounds, you can heal 2d8. Distort value, it looks like you can distort the value of something larger. So it gives you a lot of different options there.
Oh yeah. I see. Like with the second level spell menu.
Yeah.
First level. That's
Yeah,
cool.
those blue ones are your first levels that you can also cast.
Oh,
So I just wanted you to see that so you get that concept down.
yeah. That's totally.
Other than that, I think we're good.
Let it rip,
Think
Austin.
anything else, Adam?
No. Not really. You got any questions, Scotty?
No. My son just texted. Give me 1 second. He
Okay.
asked me to.
Are you using your normal setup, Scotty, or are you out somewhere?
No. I'm at home. I'm just using my phone, like my Google Meets, and using my laptop for.
Okay.
Sorry, Boz. This is the sound set I should have had going last week.
Under the Sea.
Yeah, Syrinscape has rights to Under the Sea.
I know they do.
Going ahead. I'll figure out what.
You're up first, so do your thing.
Underneath the sea light.
2021?
Yeah. Good shit.
Oh, I haven't
So-
fucking watched that show.
Scotty, did they tell you anything about what happened last time?
I told him a bit. He's dealing with his son right now. I think.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for him to text me back. But I mean, I got a little bit. I don't know for sure what all is going.
Well, you don't need to know too much because I mean they can also.
Yeah,
pick
I
it
told
back
him
up
what
in
we
character.
did with him, where we sent him, and gave him like I basically told him where Tux is right now.
Yeah,
That he just got out of
essentially,
the bay and he's
after
getting ready
the-
to dive back in.
after the fight and the subsequent fight after the fight.
Oh, we did get another fight, didn't we? I forgot about that.
Yeah, so as soon as they left out the door of the tavern, there were some that were staying in that back room that sort of they thought ran off, or just waiting in the front door. So when they opened the front door, they got attacked, and Adam's character almost died.
So close.
Yeah, he did tell me that.
And then my man bear came over and just tore some shit up.
You gotta get a pig.
So your character left. Did you guys give him a piece, that same piece of the letter as before?
No, I think
No,
we settled
gave him
on
nothing.
right.
Absolutely nothing.
Right, none of the evidence.
Yeah. I told him about that. We're sending him with no evidence whatsoever. If the captain wants anything, he needs to meet us at a time and place that we designate.
Okay. So, Scotty.
Yes.
Are you ready to go? Or are you still?
No. I'm good. I'm just gonna check with him, so I'll keep up.
I didn't catch that last part.
He'll keep
So
up.
I'm gonna with him. I'll keep.
Well, so we're gonna start with your character. So you're gonna be the one rolling. So we can wait another minute if you need to. Nice.
We've got 2 Scots.
Yeah. Down Periscope. Wow.
Love that movie.
Fucking classic.
Yep.
I need a man with a tattoo on his dick.
Alright, this worked. For some reason, I just muted him.
Seems to.
Yeah, I can hear
Oh.
you.
Alright, good deal.
All right, Scotty. So the note said to meet them.
Are we rolling at him?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Awesome. Just want to make sure.
It said to meet him where you guys met him first, the docks, which will be down here, closer to the south. So, what would you want to do after you leave the docks? What are some of your priorities going on?
So I've got information, right?
Yeah, you got information. You don't have any documents, but you know everything.
Okay. This was after my. Is this after talking to the captain or before I thought I'm talking to the captain? Or can I go talk to him?
You were on your way. We were sending you there to go talk to him.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you haven't spoken to anyone yet.
Okay. Then I'm gonna make my way to the captain for him, because last I remember is when he took those thugs in that place. Not betrayed us, but pretty much trying to get us killed.
So, there was one character that you guys didn't kill because Boz's character literally scared the piss and shit out of him, and they pretty much threatened this guy with being eaten by a bear if he didn't tell the truth. And when I say they threatened to eat him, they threatened to let a bear eat him, I mean Boz was going to eat him. And that was the threat. The threat was a giant bear screaming at him, looking like he wanted to eat him. So, I'm going to take you back a little bit, so you kind of get some more information of what's going on, alright? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
So, you guys got attacked, essentially ambushed in the tavern, right? By these guys wearing these red sashes. Now, you hadn't seen the red sashes before, except at the barracks the first time you guys all met. And when this character, under threat of bear-eatenness, he told you that he wasn't hired by the Captain Riggs.
Yeah.
The guy who hired you guys to steal the stuff. The stuff that you already knew about from your other tip.
Yeah.
So you've known about this stuff for a while. You knew that some of this was going on, and you weren't the only player that was looking for this. And you were then hired by a bigger fish to go and steal it. But while you guys were stealing it, it seems that somebody else is coming after you guys. And this character who you guys didn't eat like a bear, or didn't told you that it was somebody else who actually hired them to kill you guys here. They knew that you would show up, and so that they set the ambush for you. So, as you don't know if that group or person is the captain or not. It might be the captain going through somebody else who didn't tell them that, you know, maybe they didn't know the captain hired them, or it could be a completely different entity that we have not yet met, or it could be something from someone's backstory, right? Player knowledge and character knowledge, it could be anything at this point. No one knows anything except the kid said that he wasn't hired, and he wasn't actually among the men either. He was actually forced into servitude.
But they also said they were looking for an elf.
They said they were looking for an elf, and I did find a way to make Boz's character not murder somebody, which made me happy. In bear form too, which I think that's pretty big.
I mean, murder's easier as a bear.
Yeah. So those are some of the things that you know. You know that you have something from the king. There's a letter that was sent from somebody else to the king of the country that we're now in.
He dropped. I don't know what's going on.
Because he's gonna go do some negotiating with with one of the players, so I kind of wanted him to have some information as opposed to explaining things to him during the in-character conversation.
Sure.
Give him some ideas about what he wants to do.
He's still gonna have questions. We all have.
All right. So what did you hear last, Scotty?
Okay. Say that again.
What did you hear last?
Last I heard was
You're breaking up.
Yeah, you're breaking up hard, man.
Information. Okay.
So did you call in, or are you in through the app? Because you can also call the phone number directly to get into this. You don't have to join through the Meet app. Maybe that might work better.
That's not a bad idea.
I'll give that a try.
Yeah, if you go back to the Facebook chat, there's a phone number in there.
You probably just tap it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll hop on and give that a try.
And then there's a pin right after that. Yeah, try that real quick.
Austin, have you been to the subreddit Thanos did nothing wrong?
Yes.
The fuck is that? Did you just burp? Oh God, so loud.
This is roar again.
So loud. Jesus.
Wow.
Well, you said you couldn't hear it.
No. I said, did you burp? I definitely heard it.
Yeah, he definitely said, "Did you burn?" It was nice that you did it again, though.
Right.
Because it wasn't too loud in my ears, so it was funny.
Ooh, it blew me up.
Sorry.
You're good.
I'm sorry, what about the subreddit?
Oh, there's a subreddit called Thanos Did Nothing Wrong where people defend Thanos. And it says, how can we say Thanos did nothing wrong when there have been so many good dogs waiting at home for their humans who've been snapped away? I'm like, God damn it.
Because he snapped the other half of the dogs in the population away, so it's equal.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's not like he's snapped away matching dogs and owners.
No, that's why it's okay.
That's
Because
not
it's
okay,
at
John. I will stab you.
But it's at random. It's not genocide.
No, you're a cold, soulless bastard.
Yeah,
No, this
well,
is
what
this
about
is
the random people that got
Coach's entire argument from one of those what if episodes where he got turned good guy.
John? What about the random people that got snapped that were on a plane, and meanwhile the people who weren't snapped die in that plane crash because the captain was snapped away?
What about the people who got snapped back in midair? Now I want to see that movie.
Right?
Yeah, because they certainly weren't on the plane.
No.
Because you get the news that your family came back, and then you come to find out, oh no, they just
Hey,
plummeted to their death.
is that better?
30,000.
Hey, Scotty.
Yeah, all right, yeah, I'm here.
Oh, that's better. At least it seems to be.
It might be more stable, if anything else, because it's not going through data. It's just a phone call. Hey, Scotty, tell me how your day was, so I can hear how your audio's doing.
It was okay. Just an easy day. Just glad to be out of it. Ready for the next vacation.
Cool. Still sounds a little fuzzy, but I think we can make it
He's
work.
not breaking up at least, so that's good.
So,
Okay.
so there's a lot going on, right? And you're sort of the flashpoint for a lot of this, because you've got some different people that none of these other characters are part of the sort of seedy underbelly like you are, right? So you've got a minister of gambling and shadiness that may know somebody that can decode the codex. He also said that if he disappears, don't come around to his house anymore, or you might disappear. You know that you have some documents that are from the king, or they're from somebody else, a woman, to a king, to our king, right? To the king. And it's a long love letter. It looks like it's a letter that's been going back and forth, and in it is a drawing of a naked woman, a very erotic drawing of this naked woman. Like this is like 16th century porn essentially, or 5th century porn.
So a stick figure with a round titties.
He's drawn like one of the French girls.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you for the context, Adam. So, all of that. But they know they're going to send you to this guy out when, like, shit's going down. So they consolidated all of their basically their most precious resource right now with the group. So you're going to go...
Sorry, I couldn't hear what you said. Sorry, could you say that again?
Shut up, Siri.
I was like, who can't...
So all of those things are going on, and you got to this place with the documents that you stole, like essentially the day before.
Yeah.
Right. So you have knowledge of all these documents and everything else that you stole the day before, and which is essentially almost the day. This is all of that happened yesterday, right? Like the town was attacked. You guys stole the documents. You guys were attacked. And now you're trying to go meet this guy where he told you to go, or whatever. So go ahead and tell me where you have the note, you have your contacts, you know things, you know you're probably going to have a while. What do you want to do?
So I have my contact, that's my he's the guy who works in the government, right?
You've got all kinds of contacts probably throughout the city, right? So, because remember, you John, you're killing me with these facial expressions.
He's supposed to go meet with the captain. Why would he be
He's
going
supposed to go meet with the captain, but this is Barry's. Barry's isn't necessarily going to do everything that you guys tell him to do the moment and in the way, because your character can do whatever it wants.
I understand that, but you're like...
I'm giving him options. It's been a while since you've played.
Okay, whatever.
So you have these options, right? And I'm just telling you, you can do whatever. So what do you think Barry's would do?
I'm actually going to go talk to the captain.
Cool. All right. So you're okay. So you remember where you're supposed to go. You guys, you would have known as you were coming down, because you guys broke off at the yawning portal, right? So you don't have the same credentials that they do. You don't have a lot of that same stuff. So you're gonna have to be a little bit more sneaky. Can you see roll 20?
Yeah, I'm on roll 20.
All right. So let's say that you get to about here, and then
Okay.
you see there the road's blocked and there's guards at at this big intersection right here, right?
Uh-huh.
And you don't you know that the other guys took essentially the authority that the captain gave them with them, so you don't have that. So you're just Varys. You're just some guy. So you need to think of how to get around this blockade. What are you gonna do? Or go through it, or bluff your way, or whatever.
Okay. So,
Or you could pretend to be a guard. You could do that too. You have that capability.
I could pass that, yeah.
Yeah. So you've got options.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and, I'll disguise myself.
Cool. Makes sense. So you disguise yourself as a guard. And you walk up to the guard post.
Okay. Evening, lad.
Yeah, I guess. What's going on?
I'm just, trying to make my way down to the docks. I've got to talk to a particular captain about an issue.
All right. Who's your supervisor? He pulls out like this. And what's your guard number? He pulls out like this piece of paper to write this down.
My guard number?
So you don't have to give me a guard number. Just give me a bluff check or a
Perception? Or
perception check. Yeah.
give it
Nice.
So you actually remember from some other time, like you might have a guard number or two, like just memorized because you've had to do this a few times before. So you remember. So you rattle off the number and supervisor of a previous guard who works in a completely different part of town or something.
Yeah.
Maybe this guy's even dead and you bought his shit after he died and you kept it going. I don't know, right? With that 24, sure. But you get past.
Awesome.
So now whenever you meet, basically, we're just going to use that deception check is going to scan for any time you're specifically talking to any other people who stop you and ask for your information. You've got that down.
Okay.
So as you are walking down these streets, you notice how empty they are. Give me a perception check.
Yeah.
So what's going on is, like, the closer you get to the docks, the more damaged everything gets. There's little fires everywhere. Shit's knocked over. There's a lot of motion, smoke rising. There's shadows dancing pretty much everywhere off of the flames and everything. So your perception check, I mean, that's what you notice. That's why your perception check is a 4, because I mean, you're just walking through rubble right now.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you get to about here, and another guard who also looks just like you is walking in a different direction. He's the only other person you see so far, and he just seems like well, give me a perception or investigation check. I'll tell you what you would notice of this guy, this guard.
I'm gonna do an investigation.
So this looks like a guard-ass guard to you. Nothing really out of the ordinary.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just looks like he's just doing some rounds.
Okay. And I'm still as I am, so I'll be okay.
Yeah,
I'm actually gonna. Can I kind of follow him? Like, just kind of stay back, kind of follow him a little bit.
absolutely you can. Give me a stealth check. So, yeah, for
There you
sure.
go.
So, essentially, what you do is you follow him in the shadows and in the movement of essentially a burning city. So, not only can he not see you, he also doesn't hear you, and any noise that you do make get covered up by essentially the burning houses and businesses around you. So,
Okay.
this guard that looks pretty normal is also walking north. Uh, he then so you sort of follow him around a bit. He then makes a left and then comes back down the street again, and he's sort of walking in a slow circle around the dock area.
Slow circle around the dock.
What?
You said a slow circle around the dock area.
Yeah, he seems to. If you zoom in a little bit, he's just sort of walking down Dock Street. He then walks up Fish Out Way, and then he takes that left onto Spice Street, Spices Street. And he's just sort of walking around, and there's no one else. There's no one else around there. As you get over there, you can kind of see through some of the You can kind of see through some of the smoke that there's a guard point right here, but they can't. I mean, that's just like through the streets and through the alleyways. You can kind of see something right there, but other than that, there's nothing down here except for this guy walking in this sort of slow circle, who's also looks like he also looks like a guy who has his eye out for other stuff, and he's also vis-a-vis he's doing his own perception and investigation checks around the streets, but he can't see you because he rolled a good stealth check.
So it seems like is it like out of place that he's kind of roaming around down here, like circling this block.
He is the only guard you've seen past any of the he's the only person you've seen past any of the checkpoints. You haven't seen anybody else, and it's just a guard walking in essentially circles.
Okay.
All right. How would you do it? Would you call out to him, or would you try and like wait for him to come around in the circles as he's making his round, and then sort of step out into the street?
Yeah, I'd like to if I know he's making this circle, I'd like want to anticipate him and just kind of like not like jump at him, but kind of like we were coming across at the same time.
Okay, sure. Yeah. So let's say that you come down on this side of the street, and you just sort of wait, and as he starts coming around the other side, you're just kind of pretending like you're walking like normal.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So he sees you, and he kind of keeps walking towards your way, and he says, "Afternoon, Sergeant," and he kind of keeps walking. Give me a quick history check. Yeah, you know that your insignia isn't a sergeant. What you're wearing is not a sergeant's uniform. Yours is plain Jane guard uniform, and he calls you a sergeant.
Okay. Like, hi. What put you out here? Ain't seen anybody else?
Oh, well, I mean, I could say the same about you. I haven't seen anybody else around here. I've been, just keeping my eye out for this part of town, making sure nothing else goes wrong. What are you doing around here?
Wait, you don't. I'm a sergeant. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. That is if you're doing.
Well, I mean, Yeah, I'm just patrolling the streets. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Um, I didn't catch your name, Sergeant.
Sergeant Ferris.
Ah, Sergeant Varys. I was told to report to you, as a matter of fact.
Oh,
Somewhere maybe a little bit more private. I've got some sensitive information for you, Sergeant. And he does like this pitiful salute and tries to stand at attention and just looks like a sloppy fool, almost like a Navy sailor, like if a Navy man would try to salute or something like that.
okay.
Because Army fucks who salute covered indoors. Get the fuck out of here,
I've
piece
never.
of shit.
It only
Learn
happened
how to
to me.
fucking do the shit right.
don't-
We're gonna salute when we're fucking in Afghanistan because we're morons. Fuck off.
Yeah, so this guy he salutes so sloppily he immediately looks like a sailor to you. You're like, oh, this guy's fairly.
Alrighty, well then, yeah, let's maybe meet on the dock or someplace quieter.
Well, follow you, Sergeant.
Are the docks empty right now?
Everything's empty, like everything. I mean, a lot of it's partially burnt down and pretty fucked up. This red area, like all of this stuff, this is pretty much showing you where the fucked upness all is.
Okay.
For sure. So you could go into any random place. Everything is empty as far as you can see, and a lot of it's actually burnt down, and you can see right through some things. So there's very few places to hide from a person like you who knows where to hide.
Okay. Well, I was just saying go out on the dock because we'll be further out. Nobody could probably eavesdrop on us or whatever.
Yeah, sure. So you come over closer to the dock area, and there's some fog rolling in down south. But no, it's coming. The fog is actually coming from the east,
Okay.
and some clouds come in. So yeah. So well, varies. It's nice to. I guess you got our message finally. There was quite a few of us waiting out here. We weren't quite sure when you'd show, so the captain left me because we couldn't stay.
Sorry, I got tangled up.
I certainly understand that with everything that's going on for the day. Seems like our diversion itself got a little hijacked. We don't even know. We had our own plan, and then, I mean, we were just going to light some fires to the docks. Anyways, I'm sure you'll have some questions for the captain, and the captain's definitely got some questions for you. They're not around here anymore. We'll have to. Do you have a guard pass by chance? You don't.
No, I've just been kind of making my way.
Oh, okay. Yeah, me too. It works, but you know, you got to roll good, and that makes it difficult. So I was wondering if you had something like a plot device help to get us past. But if you don't, then no worries. I know of a back entrance, sort of. You know, it's not always there. Let's see if we can go catch the tide down. So he starts walking. Okay. He starts walking, and what's gonna happen? Just so you know, he's gonna take you along. I don't know if I can even. He's gonna take you kind of along this route, this street right here, to here, and then he's gonna come down to here, and he comes almost to this like tippy point of the peninsula, right?
Okay.
So that's where he's walking, and I assume you're gonna follow him a little bit. But I wanted you to know that you'll probably have the next conversation because it's hard to do the mechanics of him walking for you to know how to walk. So he starts walking. He says, "Yeah, we're gonna stay close to the shore. Hopefully we don't get seen. Not that there's anyone around here, but I haven't seen any other guards or anyone else around here. Do you?"
No, you're the only other soul left in.
Alright, well, he's down this way, and he'll probably be here in a few minutes. He starts walking down the street, and then he doesn't like go silent or anything, but he just doesn't say anything.
Definitely, you seem can I do like an insight check, like see if he's like looks like he's nervous or he's like I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. Give me an insight check.
Listen. Wait.
With a 4, you can't really tell. There's not a lot of light. There's a lot of shit dancing around. There's places where there's fire around you. There's some smoke and a lot of that just makes it difficult to read him. He's also wearing a uniform over his clothes, right? So you can kind of see now that you're close to him. He's actually wearing a guard uniform over his clothes, whereas you are essentially dressed and completely disguised as a guard. He just has like a tunic over his shit, so it's kind of hard to read his body language because he's got so much shit on. So you can't really tell one way or the other.
Okay.
And you guys just keep walking past burnt out homes and burnt out businesses and burnt out fish stalls.
So how many of us are going to be meeting out here?
Oh, most of the crew left. Only the captain's hung back, and he's not in his normal ship. He's in some type of maritime vessel that is quick. A swoop? Is a swoop a thing, John? Oh wait, no, you don't know shit about Navy stuff. How the fuck would you know? He was a Marine.
In the desert.
Yeah, he doesn't know really anything except
I'm a devil doc.
how to keep stupid Marines alive.
You mean the ones that have to take the land back for the U.S. after you guys lose it?
A swoop is...
In theory, yes.
A swoop is a cruise line, but it's not a boat. Or a ship.
The guy is
it's just the history books.
So yeah, I think it's a swoop. If my
it's not. That's not a boat. I don't think that's a boat. Not according to Google.
Yeah, he says that. And then he says, "Fuck John Tisher," and you're like, "Who's that?" And he's like, "Never mind." And then you guys keep walking.
Oh, Dad.
And he says, "So did the rest of your crew make it, or are you the only one?"
Say that again.
Yeah. Are you? Did the rest of your crew make it out alive, or are you the only one left?
No, they made it out okay.
Oh, where are they? The captain told me to look for 4 of you, which is why I didn't try and talk to you.
Oh, I'm not really sure. I tend to go off and do my own thing here and there.
Well, all right. Well, we can certainly respect that. A man of your talents would always be welcome on our ship. You wouldn't have any food with you by any chance, would you?
Any food?
Yeah, for food. Like an apple, crackers, or anything you got? Do you have anything? I haven't eaten since yesterday. Sailors are always hungry. Always hungry. They can never get enough to eat. That's all they do is sit around and eat. That's everyone does. I mean,
I don't think I have rations.
Give me a D20. Just a straight up D20.
There's a straight up D20. Okay.
Yeah, if it's 11 or above, you got no. You have nothing. You don't even have a water bottle. You're like, no, I was about to ask you for something. I haven't eaten since yesterday either. So you don't have anything. Alright, well that's okay. I know they'll have some rations on the ship. Not that they're great, but I was just wondering. So at this point, you guys get to about here. Right at the edge. There's that wall there is solid, and so is the little lookout. But when the water goes down, the tide goes all the way down, there's a small part where the rock face, like that's normally underwater, there's a small little hole that you can kind of crawl through, right?
Okay.
And there's like a gate that was on it, like these bars, but then like he pulls out like this key or something and like unlocks it. Like he's got the key to the secret little gate thing down there, and then he goes through it and he helps you through, and then he locks it. And then you guys are now on this side, and you're just like barely on the rocks part because the water's just down.
Yeah.
Because all sailors instinctively know high tide, low tide they can just like smell the air and they know these things. Right?
Yeah.
So you guys then go along these rocks, and it's kind of you have to use your hands and your legs. There's not a lot of talking going on. And then he kind of tells you, there's you got to be a little bit more careful around here. Most of the guards are inside, but they're looking for sea attacks, so we've got to be careful around here. Give me another stealth check. 15. So, yeah, you guys continue down. You guys get close to the wall and whatnot. There's a few points where like the rocks are kind of slippery and some of them are kind of shaky, but both of you keep your footing very well. And you get to this point down here, and he kind of like motioned you like behind this hill, so that he kind of it's kind of hidden from some of the guardhouse right up here. And there's a guard in here that sees both of you, and then the guy that you're with gives like a hand signal to this guy up here who looks clearly like a guard in the guardhouse, and then he kind of just turns around and looks the other way, and then you guys then get over here. Okay, he's he's not really one of our guys, but he's on the payroll, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, I know a few of them.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He knows what's good for him, and he also knows how to, well, like you said, take care of himself sometimes too. Should be along any moment now. He's been going in along the land around here too. They changed their sails, and it looked like one of the guard sails, but I mean, you never know. With this captain these days, she's made it 10 times harder for us ever since she got here. We used to not have to worry about a lot of this stuff, but so far, as far as I know, she's not interested in anything really that we know of. How well do you know the captain? Have you met her? And this is the female elf that you've met like once or twice, and very quick.
Yeah, just in quick passing. I haven't really got to know her all that well yet.
Yeah, she seems pretty close. Here it is. As you guys are talking, the ship comes up. There's the ship. It kind of does this thing where it sort of comes right here, and then it does this really cool little banking maneuver right here. And where you guys happen to be on the rocks, the rock kind of juts out a little bit, and it's kind of like a natural little what do they call that, John? The thing that goes out in the water where the ship
Peninsula?
No, like the
Raft?
Dock?
Yeah.
It's called a pier.
It's like a little rock.
You're muted, Adam.
If you're just looking at it,
Motherfucker.
especially at high tide, the rock is almost underwater.
It's called a pier.
You're right.
Yeah. When did I fucking get... Austin, did you mute me, you fucker?
I did because you were smoking and it was loud.
You jerk. I was like,
I'll flip them off
Alright.
for you.
I was talking to a bunch. I'm like, a swoop is not a
As
boat.
you're talking,
You fucker.
comes up, and
I hate you. A swoop is not a boat, by the way.
and you guys. There we go. So
I hate you.
he then sort of helps you aboard a little bit. Give me no, you don't have to do anything. They know what they're doing. The ship is setting. So you get on the ship.
All right.
Is Austin? Can anybody hear Austin? Because I can't.
I can't hear.
Nope.
I can't see anything, but I can hear you guys.
Did you mute yourself?
He muted himself. Hey,
He's still muted.
fucking
He
dickwad.
doesn't realize it.
No, he knows. Look at his shit-eating grin.
That's okay. It's cool.
Is anybody else super concerned that Scott is on a boat by himself?
Yeah.
I mean,
All right, and this is when I leave the story.
right.
Right up into the
I mean, I personally wouldn't have, me as a player, I wouldn't have gone, but
Well,
I'm
because
excited
here's
to
the
see
thing:
what
like,
happens
you didn't really
with
know
Scott.
you didn't really know what was happening, and it did happen. It all did happen very fast.
No,
And
it's interesting.
The boat was going around. And you had to sneak out there. So, but now it's at least just you, not the entire party, with all the stuff. So, if they, I mean, it turned out I think well. You go down the ship a little bit, and then you kind of go into the back, and then there's the captain. He's like it's a much smaller. It doesn't seem like this is his comfortable desk with his comfortable shit. Like he just sort of made a place for himself to have some privacy and to like have his stuff and like look at the maps and read the letters and try and figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
Yes. Come on in. Come on. Sit down. Hold on a second. He's going through some papers and he says, "All right. So what happened? How'd you guys do?"
Oh, we did it all right.
Well, great. Did you? Is there anyone else, or is it just you?
Oh no, it's just me. The others are off doing their own thing.
Oh, all right. Well, did you bring anything?
I brought a few things. What are you after?
Well, I'm sure. See, there was all kinds of interesting documents and sundries in those safes.
I'll say, oh yeah, like this little number, and I'll show them the drawing.
Yeah, you don't have any of that.
Oh, I thought I did.
No.
We did
but I
not
did.
send anything with you because we didn't want you to be liable to be killed.
That's right. Okay.
No,
Okay.
no.
Yeah.
So you can no. So
You
you'll
can
just say
describe
that,
it though.
Yeah, you'll say that you
Okay,
have.
yeah.
You
You
have
know
some,
everything we have.
You can just say that we got what we went for, and we
Yeah.
found other things. But what exactly are you interested in? We'll say that's what you said. And then he
Yeah.
said,
You got a number of things. What are you interested in?
my dear boy, I'm mostly interested in the letters between the royal personages.
Ah, yes, the letter.
My
Fun
original
stuff.
agreement was to pay you an extra 400 for them, or 400 for them to be destroyed.
Mm.
Did you destroy the documents?
No. We didn't destroy them. Too important to destroy.
So you read them.
Oh, of course.
Ah, yes. Well, that does complicate matters a bit. Did you by chance see a picture?
Oh, yes. Quite.
Could you briefly describe this picture?
Yeah, I feel like I'll describe it as like two erotic adults interacting in forbidden things.
That is enough. I do not need any more. All right. Well,
He already came.
you saw her. Well, I would like to purchase this from you. How should we make our arrangements? Which is why I assume you came alone without any of the documents. But
Well,
like assumptions. He then points at you hard to grab you roughly. Give me a strength check. No, yeah,
strength
grab.
check.
Yeah, give me a strength check.
That'll be fantastic. This is where his 20 comes.
Hell yeah.
Oh, 15. Wait, no, that's
So
stealth.
15, yeah.
Nope, it was an 8.
8.
All right. So, all right. Well, with an 8, they essentially push you up against the wall and they give you a pat down, and they go through all your shit, and they basically just search all your shit while they hold you against the wall, and then they.
Hold your shit.
Now, hold on. What kind of decorum is this?
We do not like to trust anybody about anything, but now we have verified you do not have anything, but you've clearly seen it. And then the guards sort of shake their head no, and then they kind of stand back, and he says, well, it seems the ball is in your basket, as they say.
That's it.
As I like it to be.
Do you like the ball? Anyways, he takes a drink of wine. So, where and when shall we meet? I assume is why you have come.
Well, I'm
Oh,
up
it
for
did.
talking to that. I'm also a little curious. What do these letters and pictures mean to you?
Ah, that would be worth more than your life to know. And it is almost worth more than mine to know as well.
I mean,
These are
there's a price for everything.
These are powerful forces we are playing with, which is why I was going to pay you for them or pay for them to be destroyed. As long as they exist, whoever holds them will be hunted. And they will not be hunted by normal assassins. They will be hunted by very good assassins.
Oh,
The best assassins.
it's that important.
Platinum great assassins. Assassins who know that they might be on suicide missions themselves. Who
So
might
we're
not
some
be
sort of
offended.
Suicide Squad.
I've always wanted to meet Pete Davidson.
So it would be it should be very
Wait.
it would be very dangerous.
I got an early name for the episode. TUX Force X.
So it would be
Writing that down.
again, I can talk a little more when I know I have the documents to appease your curiosity and to know that it is better left untouched. But I must secure them by any means or have them destroyed.
So you want them to, preferably you want them destroyed.
I would prefer to have them, and then I can destroy them myself, and I will pay you handsomely to have them.
I mean, I guess everyone has their reasons for everything. I'd have to go and meet with the crew to get the things, though. Yeah, you know what? I'll go get them, and I'll let them know we can work.
Well, I need to know where to meet.
Well,
He pulls out this map of the city, which is basically you're looking at box, draw shape, white. He pulls out a map of this area, like right here, right? Which is mostly the coastlines,
Okay.
and then you can tell he's got other maps that go up the coast because that's kind of how these maps works. And then he says, "How about we meet? I'll give you a choice. I'll give you two choices since you seem to be somewhat skittish, which I can understand. We can meet either here by the outlet from the river at tonight at 8, or we can meet on the beach tomorrow at dawn. I would need to leave, and I shall drop you off where I picked you back up, and you can meet tonight or tomorrow at either of these two places. Is that acceptable to you?"
Ferris would know that the rest of the party told him that they wanted to meet in a clean location chosen by us.
Like the rest of the crew.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the instruction they would have given you going into this.
Right.
What you do from there is up to you. I just wanted to reiterate that in your head.
So I would still be making a choice.
Correct.
You could make the choice. You could also set something up for us to make the choice at a later time.
Yeah. So he's
But it
saying,
depends on what you want to do. I just wanted to put that in your head.
Basically, he's offering that we can meet first. We can meet here.
Oh,
Right.
there they are. Shit. Okay.
Go over there.
Yeah, I just
Okay.
not over far enough. Okay.
Yeah. So basically, he wants to meet you outside the city because the city is fucking rocking hot. But anyways, the negotiations have started for the
Fuck
meet.
that. He wants his shit. He can come into the hot zone.
Well, I mean, surely you can understand that I should work this out with the rest of my crew as far as where we meet. I'm not going to speak to them.
That's a
All
different
right.
sex tape.
Can you offer a few places to where would you like to counter to meet somewhere inside the city, perhaps? At what time and at what place, and give me my own options, and I can meet you at one of those places.
Why don't we meet back at the dock in the morning?
Well, the docks are guarded now, so I can't really get back in the bay because I am a pirate.
Because it's illegal.
And they will certainly destroy us with their
Fuck you, how mad you want your shit?
Can I offer a out of character suggestion? Austin, can he send a guy to just meet us, or meet a guy at a place, and we'll tell the guy where to go? I mean, you do with that what you will, but just a suggestion. Like his concierge. I don't know. Whatever.
Varies. Where do you know of anywhere that you feel safe to meet inside the city that you could also help us to get in? Because we are not men of the land; we are sea dogs, as they say.
Well, why don't we trying to think of something here. I'd say maybe we can get them into the city if I can pose as a guard.
What about if we met in the towns outside the city? Over in this area over here, maybe? Here's what I'm going to do. You said you wanted to meet tomorrow at dawn, yes?
Yeah, we can meet tomorrow at dawn.
Alright, very well. Do you feel that you can go talk to your comrades and meet my man tonight, who will be down here by the river? Tell him where you want to meet, and he will come back. And if I can come, I will. If not, I will send my men there to tell you. Or somebody else who I don't mind dying.
We don't trust this motherfucker at all.
let's just meet here at the that little where the river, that little stream ends.
All right, cool. So we got the meet one set up.
So we're gonna meet them here at tonight. Is that what he landed on?
That's tonight. That's the plan.
Right.
Somebody has to meet with them and tell them the area.
Right.
Tell them the meeting location.
This
That
is
could be everybody. That could be a fucking homeless kid we pay off the streets. Depending on what we want to do.
He has to be handy with the steel, if you know what I mean, or his key.
All right. So he then. There we go. He takes the. I guess he does do a goddamn thing because he can't move the bow. Anyways, he takes the bow. He sort of comes over here to the shore area right here, and he puts you off. And he says, "At that big stone is where my men shall be tonight at sunset, an hour after sunset." And then the swoop goes off back into the sea.
Okay. Sounds well enough. We'll see you then.
All right. So you're now over here, and we'll say you've got a half hour left because your disguise self lasts for an hour.
Yeah.
And how much is it? And he can just recast that again if he wants to, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I'm not. You probably got time. So how do you want to try and get back in the city?
Well, I mean, do I know if this area, like this gate here, is on lockdown, or like if this part of the city's on lockdown?
Well, the entire city's probably on pretty high lockdown. Yeah.
Pretty high lockdown.
Probably.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and redisguise myself as a guard, and go ahead and make my entryway through that gate.
All right. So you get to the gate, and no one really challenges you or stops you here. You are by yourself, and you're one of the guards, so they just sort of look at you. One of them might give you a quizzical look, but no one stops you. Then when you get to this gate, they ask you your name and number again. Your number and the name of your supervisor, and you give the same one that you gave before, and it's all to the current. It all checks out because you rolled a freaking awesome deception check, which is this exact same deception, so it's gonna last. So he writes it down, and then you are now back in the city. So having a good deception check helps a lot.
Yeah.
Story.
So the crew clears the dive.
So we are now going to switch gears back to the guys out on the boat. We're gonna say that
yeah.
it took you all that time. We're now even in our story and timelines. The guys, John's character was able to essentially self-scuba down to the bottom. He found a flag, he found a satchel, and he found a uniform, an officer's uniform was what it looked like. He tied those to the rope that was attached to him, and when he tugged to go back up, his weight displaced the ship a little bit, and he caught sight of something that looked strange underneath the ship. It didn't look like the sea floor, but it happened quick and you didn't really get a good look at it. And then you went back up, and they got the stuff off the rope, and then they pulled you up. and that's where we are now. What do you guys do?
So we've looked at all this stuff.
Yep, look.
We need to go through
That we
the.
check
We need to
some.
go through the bag.
Excuse me, sir. Not if this is not to intrude. This is one of the guards. The guard who's been talking to you. Do you want to go ashore, or you know if this guy is going back down? If you want to be out here, of course, you can be out here as long as you want. But I'd rather not stay out here with these 2 dogs around. If you know what I mean.
With the what around?
He says sea dogs.
I heard T-Dogs. Oh, okay.
What's that guy from Waiting? What does he call referring to as sea dogs?
Pirates.
Yeah. I thought that the bay was pretty clear though, right?
Yes, sir. The bay was cleared, but they did break down the northeast or the southeast,
Right.
southwest west gate over here. They did get to it. And it's not fully secure yet. And we did just get it. I'm you know, you're doing your thing. I'm not telling you what to do. I just wanted to make sure we need to stay out here.
Is there Austin?
I
Is
would
there
definitely be going back down.
Austin? Is there a crow's nest in this thing? We took a. I know we took a smaller ship, but I didn't know if there was some kind of lookout.
No, but there's definitely sails with like ropes and riggings. What is that called, John?
What?
The ropes and riggings.
They're called masts.
Ropes and riggings? Yeah, because I've been sailing 100 times.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it, John.
Right? Do you think John grew up in fucking Connecticut or something?
Navy used fucking sailboats anyway, even if I was on a fucking ship.
Yeah,
Get
but
the
I
fuck
thought-
out of
I
here. Where was
thought-
I on the USS Constitution?
I thought all seamen jerked off to ships with like
Yeah.
staff, like the sail.
Oh, do all army men jerk off to fucking pictures of herpes? Because that's what their girlfriend gave them when they came back from that 12-month deployment? Yeah, probably.
This has gotten oddly specific.
That's what you jerk off with, all right? That's what you do. That's what a real man does, John. You would know.
Jerks off to herpes?
You're right. I wouldn't know that because I'm a gay sailor.
Why not himpies?
Yeah, right. Herstory. Make a herstory check, Baz.
Anyway,
I mean,
that would probably be the rigging, though. Austin.
let's
The rigging.
So I think we need to before we do anything, let's go through this bag,
Yeah, it's like a penicillin roll.
and then we'll do checks on the uniform and the flag,
Yep.
because that's the 3 things we have. I wrote that down.
Yep.
So perceptions?
Well, let's wait for
It's
Austin.
probably going to be history and
What are you supposed to do
Jump
after
like
you get
that.
a baby? They just send you home.
because we see what it is.
Ah, see, I get it.
We're doing checks on
We ocean it.
Yeah.
what
Did
it
that work?
means.
Was that good?
Baby.
All right, I'm back. One of my wife's best friends, our cousin. I think it's her cousin, just had a baby.
Nice.
Cool. Congratulations.
Baby on our mind right now.
So we want to look at the 3 things we have. We want to look through the bag, look at the flag and the uniform, and learn all we can. So
if you wanted to go up, there is like some netting very close to the main
Rigging.
I wanted to send one of those guys up, and let us stay down there.
Send the cat.
Hey, Johnny.
Hey,
get up to-
we could send the cat. You know,
The cat is just a cat.
okay.
The cat.
Cats probably don't have great vision, do they? Do they have good
You guys
vision?
actually haven't seen the cat since you got on the ship. The cat got like as soon, when you guys got towards the dock, he dipped out.
Okay. So yeah, let's send one of the lackeys up there and just tell him to keep eyes out for that in the direction to the east north or west northwest.
As you mentioned this, that can you have one of your guys go up? One of the younger sailors goes up without even being asked told. He just goes up to the top. And then everyone else sort of turns around and goes back to whatever they were doing, pretty much giving you your space on that part of the ship.
Cool.
They're not trying to get involved in whatever the shit the captain's got going on. Because fuck that noise.
All right. So Let's take these from the top of my list down. The flag. Can we do checks on it?
Donnie boy, give me a history check.
Ugh, not good. 7.
It looks really, really fucking dirty. It's got a bunch of seaweed, kind of
I
wrapped in
think
it.
I'm going to have to clean this and take a better look at it later. We'll have to look at this once we get back to shore.
Okay.
You can tell it's not anything from this kingdom because just the colors themselves
Yeah.
are wrong.
I
that's
know
all
it's not from anything I know from this area.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So what's in the bag? That's the next thing.
So the bag has it's got some papers that are fucking wet but still legible. Obviously they're wet. It's got a compass. It's got some soggy bread and cheese because sailors, that's all they do is eat and sleep and sit around.
John, is that what sailors did?
Kind of
right.
missed him there.
This playlist is getting subtitled. It's going to be Kasib's Revenge, and in parentheses, what do sailors do?
Hey John.
Yeah, it's gonna be Sailor Talk with Hey John.
I don't fucking know, guys. That was a three.
So a lot of nothing in the bag. Yes.
Dear John.
The paperwork. Some of it looks like letters. Some of it looks more official. There is some things in envelopes with seals that were broken and put back in neatly. But you, Adam, you don't know what the fuck this language is.
Well, yeah, because I'm not there. I am not in a fantasy world.
Can all of us look at it?
Yeah, for sure.
I speak the following languages: Gnomish, Goblin, and Common.
Yeah, you guys have
I got Common, Dwarvish, Giant, Gnomish, and Undercommon.
Yeah, you might not be able to speak the language, but you might know
how I
what it
have
is.
all those languages.
I got Common, Druid, and Elvish.
What check am I making?
Give me a history check. Always a history
17.
check. 17. You you can recognize some of the linguistic styles and stuff, right? Like you can tell this is old. It's kind of like if we were to look at like 14th century English, right?
So
like
it's in the common tongue, but it's in a different dialect.
Ancient.
And there's a lot of stuff that you just like you don't understand or you can't read. You don't know. You know that it was in the region. So essentially, like if you were French and you were looking at 15th century English, you're like, well, this is a language, and some of these I can understand just because of being a person.
It'd be like if you spoke Italian and found a letter in Portuguese.
That was
but that would mean it would have to be in another script in D&D.
Yeah. No, I get it.
So, is it in common? Which I would be able to then decipher most of it.
Do you speak Elvish?
Just no.
I do.
Wait, Elvish? Boz speaks Elvish.
Yeah, half of our party will speak Elvish.
All right. Well, it's an ancient form of Elvish.
Okay.
Cool.
I do not fully know Elvish. Would you be able to translate
So,
this,
John,
Hunter?
you know
Yes.
that it's old Elvish. And Boz, your character would be able to read the regular Elvish.
Okay.
So, you can read it, but
It's like broken
doesn't-
English.
It doesn't make a lot of sense because they're using words and the letters are a little different. I'm not trying to fuck you over.
No, I get it though because like really old English is almost fucking Gaelic. Like
Alright, what you
I
give me,
get it.
give me an investigation check. Let's see how well you can just sort of decipher and figure some shit out.
23.
Nice. That's as best as he can do. Clutch.
You can tell that
Fuck you also.
they're
You know what's funny when Adam turns into Louis Armstrong?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh shit.
Shut up, Muttley.
odd. Hunter is able to decipher some things. You're able to tell that these are directions from a distant land to here. You can see plain as day in almost common Elvish, I'll say.
Okay.
The name of this town, right, and of this part of the kingdom. Like, and there are like, it's pretty obvious that some of it was just telling them how to get in here, and you can see Captain Riggs's full name, but it's not Riggs. It's you see Captain Rick Mortis in this ancient elf calligraphy. And you can decipher the. What are we looking at? It's House Malarney. Malarney.
John Malarney.
But you can't see. You don't recognize anything else in there other than that stuff. And some things that look like numbers. It's either it could be money or it could be like lists of stuff. You do see lists of things, kind of like supplies, but then there's also amounts next to other things that don't look like supplies.
It's like a manifest.
It could be a manifest. You're not quite sure.
Austin, I have a question. I am obviously not a historical character, but I would like to, if you so deem allowable, I want to ask Tux if this, like, now that Hunter has, pulled a little bit from it, can Tux roll, like, history to see if this language is spoken anywhere? Like, is it still in use? Does that make sense?
So the way as I understand it, that Tux works, whenever he's presented with something, either information, pictures, or whatever, that has the possibility of bringing up and recalling that hitherto
Right.
slumbering memory crystals or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, if you ask him something, or like, it's kind of like making a perception check, or making a perception check and asking for specifically what you want. So if you ask him a specific question again, that definitely can cause him.
All right.
See, and I had a question regarding that during this whole thing. Would Hunter have been like reading this, looking at? Would he been reading it out loud, like the Elvish script? I'm asking Hunter.
Yes.
I would like to make a check on the Elvish language to see if Tux can recall it.
Yeah, do it.
And I got a 22 to recall the Elvish language.
So, okay, hold on a second. Take a big bite of a cracker right before you eat it.
Ow, that hurt!
Gonna wash it down with some whiskey.
Crackers and whiskey. Breakfast of champions.
Name of your sex tape.
You almost got me, you bitch. You almost got me.
No, I just caught up after she said that.
Austin would have done a spit take, but his mouth is too dry from all the Triscuits. Those are fire. Those Triscuits are hot fire, though.
Yeah.
Which ones are they?
Cracked pepper and olive oil.
Oh, those are the best ones.
No, my favorite are the fire roasted tomato ones.
All right. So yes, you knew that it was an ancient form of Elvish, but like, I kind of imagine that you were kind of like looking at it and you were like, fuck, what was that? I know it. But like, it was blank. Just like trying to remember a dream, right? And then Boss starts reading it, and I don't know, in my mind, I kind of see Hunter having this paper and sort of like moving his finger like across it a little bit, like.
So can we kind of role play it out? Because I have an idea for what Tux.
I love role play. Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
So yes, you do then remember. So you role play it. Yeah.
Hunter, I assume like you're reading this, and then you would like go to explain it. And after you like if you want to explain it, you can, or after you would have gotten done explaining it.
No, I would have said it out loud while I was reading it.
Okay. Once you finish reading it, Tux would have said almost unknowingly, that's a very interesting development. But he says it in Elvish.
Oh, okay.
And he did just say he did not know Elvish. Can you read this?
You see a net pull one of these, just...
Yeah.
like when Brian mentions the upside down face.
Pretty much.
Yeah, so that happened.
Does Hunter react to that?
Yeah, Hunter has a look on his face like the whole time.
No.
This motherfucker over here.
Right? Doesn't have a fucking clue.
It's like, you speak this shit? Apparently, I don't know.
Why are both of your heads tilted?
Why you be asking me to translate all the goddamn time for you if you knew what the fuck that was going on?
What do you mean?
You know the language.
The Elvish language. And he looks up and to the left like people do when they're thinking. And he just starts reciting like the Elvish alphabet. I do. I did not before, but I do now.
So
that is
John,
an interesting development.
You're the English. Well, no, yeah. So
we're in the Matrix.
So
see if you know kung fu.
Show me.
So John, when you look at this paperwork now, that with your awareness, not all of it makes 100% sense. Some of the words seem like they would have diverged off of the form of Elvish that's on this that you know of, that are more contextual, right? Like all of the
slang,
all of the verbs and adjectives and stuff. Yeah, exactly. Colloquialisms, right? Essentially, what the paperwork then says, after being able to.
So was the other one.
What?
Pretty Rock reference.
All the fucking references. That's what this D&D Dungeons and References. That's what this whole podcast.
References. The jokes and references.
Essentially, it's orders to the captain of this fleet to go and meet up with Captain Ricker Mortis, and it's spelled out. His name is very calligraphied.
Okay. So whoever this fleet was, once we can identify them, we're trying to meet with the captain. Gotcha. So what Basil? Gotcha.
Which you would know with the name in Elvish traditionally, the more calligraphy a name is, the more honor it has, right? So this guy is apparently, which is weird, but but the name is extremely calligraphied and very elegant.
Do I know from my previous history checks on the Talaris from Gilder, do I know them to be elves?
No, they are not elves. But you do know that the High Court used Elvish.
Their High Court uses Elvish.
Right. Their common language is akin to common. Think Queen's English and American English. Yeah. They're the same
They
language.
Can have a conversation just every once in a while. Someone looks at someone like this.
But at a point a couple of hundred years ago, they diverged, right? And essentially, this form of Elvish that you're now reading, that you then recall, because since you specifically asked, I'm going to tell you specifically exactly what you're thinking of. That the High Court does use the old Elvish, because the Teleri because the Teleri were a very, very old house in the line of kings of Gildor. But the house was thought to have died out.
Gotcha.
So it would make sense to you that this house, which diverged from the royal line many years ago, but still had a claim to the throne, right, would
Yeah.
use this form of very old Elvish in their high courts to each other. So you would have known that the person reading this would have been somebody who dealt a lot with the high court, because not
Okay.
everyone in their country could read it.
Gotcha.
So you probably, the admiral of their whole navy or something was probably there.
Okay. Then I would look at that uniform next and see is
Well,
that
the note also says to match up or to find Captain Rick Mortis at such and such a time and such a place, and essentially you are at his disposal to do any and all measures to retrieve the items, and that's what it said. So that's, you guys got all the information. Good job. So then you go through the uniform.
I just want to do a history check on it and
Yeah,
see
give me a
if I
history.
can identify it. That's an 18.
So you can't identify a lot of the things because they're just regular maritime nautical devices. And as everyone knows, the Navy just makes shit up to put on uniforms to make them pretty. But one of the things you do recognize is the Royal House emblem, right? Which means that this person was either a member of the Royal House or was an honor guard of the member of the Royal House. So you wouldn't know. You just know that this is the crest of Taos Talari, and why? That's what you know, that he was probably somehow connected or at the high rank. But there's all this kind of shit on there, but you don't fucking know. There's like little zigzags on their fucking sleeves and shit.
So
and
it seems like someone high ranking.
stars and all this
From what I
bullshit,
can
and,
tell.
like, yeah.
Okay.
But then the royal, I mean, you would have, yeah, that's what you.
Well, I believe we've gotten a decent amount of information, but there could be more. I'm interested in whatever's under the ship, and I'd like to look at the captain's quarters. Do you think I should go back?
Annette yells up to, says, "Oh, garçon," which I believe is French for boy. How are things looking over to the west?
Well, there's some fog rolling in from the east, so I can't see very much over there, but everything in the bay looks pretty good. And south and west all look clear, sir.
She says, "Well, if things are clear, I mean, he said there's fog to the east, but basically to the east is the city. So if you would like to go back down, the choice is yours.
I think I should.
Hunter, your thoughts?"
Yeah, the choice is yours.
Well, I think I should. Back in then.
Okay. Two tugs for go up, 3 tugs for urgent.
Yeah. Yes. And he makes sure he's tied up good and tight still and jumps on in. Heads back down. Down.
So there's the
Red
fog.
Knight's going down.
Austin's like, let me pull up the stats for a Megalodon on...
John uses his robot dick.
Oh,
I'm making up a really broken character for 3rd level.
oh shit.
Here comes Polearm Master and Sentinel. Human variant. Here we go.
All right, so John, you going back down?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna cut scene here, and we're gonna go back to Scotty.
Ooh, suspense.
We're gonna say that took about half an hour for you guys to go through all that, intuit, and investigate all that shit out. Now we're gonna go back to Scotty. Scotty,
Yes.
you don't know where your team's at. You know that they were gonna go investigate shit. You know that they're probably down south near the dock somewhere. But did you guys talk about where to meet up afterwards? I don't think you did.
We would have told them we were investigating the docks because we didn't know how long that was going to take. We probably would have had them try to meet us there.
Yeah, I mean, we would have told them the general direction we were going. So if he wanted to just walk up the coastline,
No, Scotty.
Yeah.
Fuck these other guys.
Stop trying to lead him away from what he wants to do. Ask him what he wants to do.
Fuck these
Quit.
guys, right? Just
Quit
don't listen to
leading
John.
the witness.
I'm just gonna mute myself because it's coming.
So, John, your objection is sustained. So,
Give a fuck.
Scotty,
Yes.
what does Varys want to do? What's
Okay.
Varys-
So, we said I said we would meet the captain at night, right?
An hour after sunset, which is 6 hours away.
Okay. I want to go and make a trip up to see the sub-minister.
All right. So, you know that the guys are going through the docks and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And as you start to get around here, you can kind of see into the bay area. Do you want to
Yeah.
do any investigating around here, or do you just want to beeline it up north?
I kind of want to beeline it because I don't want to keep those guys waiting so much. I just kind of want to make my way there and do what I want to do, and then try to make it back to them in decent time.
All right, cool. Yeah, for sure. So, you go up the main road, and then you hit this little blockade right here,
Yeah.
and they stop and ask, "Hey there, hey there, you're back. What's going on?"
Oh, nothing. I was ordered to go down and take a look and make sure there was no funny business south of here, and everything seems to be on the up and up.
All right. Okay. Do you have any orders now?
The orders?
Yeah. Do you have anything? Do you have any orders for what you're? Hey, Smithy, you got that? Here, yeah. We got this communique that needs to go up to the captain's house. You mind dropping it off before you go back to your precinct?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm going to pass by right by there.
Oh, great. Yeah, we'll mark you down here that you were here for about 20 minutes to give you some time to go help us out. If anyone checks up on you, they'll see that you were here with us this whole time.
Okay.
Cool.
Sounds great.
And then they give you a like a small little horse. Not a small horse, but it's not like a. They give you a horse and say, "Here you go."
It's not a pony, it's a horse.
I don't know why it's a small horse. I know there's different types of horses. This looks like a regular ass horse.
It's not a full-on Clydesdale.
It's a
So they give you the horse.
They give you little Sebastian.
They give you the missive. What do you do?
Okay. I say, thank you. This will make things a lot quicker.
Well, it's the captain's business, so this is just protocol.
So you have a communique for him, for me to give him?
Yeah, for her. That's weird, but okay. Here it is. And he gives you the.
Sorry, I've been seeing all sorts of people today.
Yeah, well, I
It's been a
know.
little crazy.
I know. There's captains in the guard, and then there's the captain of the guard. I know it's all fucking confusing. Here you go. Here's the missive. Here's the horse. Do you need anything else?
No, I should be fine.
All right. You look like you've been through it, man. But here. All right. Thanks.
All right.
So you have a missive to the captain, and a horse, a guard horse.
Okay. And can I read it? Or is it like feel that?
What do you think, John? Would it be a sleight of hand to see if he can open up this letter that's been like wax sealed shut? I think sleight of hand.
well, I would say he'd be able to open it regardless. He'd have to reseal it.
He can absolutely, yes, absolutely. You can open it. But I want to, if you're trying to open it in such a way that makes it easier to reseal it, right? You can do a sleight of hand check to see how well you are able to open it up.
Yeah, I'd like to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sleight of hand.
Yeah, with the 16, you're able. You know how to bend the paper and how to kind of like put some heat on the thing, so it sort of kind of comes out pretty easily. You've done this. You've done this.
He holds the wax seal to his crotch, heats it up.
Yeah, exactly. So
This works every time.
you read the
Trust
missive, and the missive says that there are some unknown characters on the docks, but they seem to be from the captain. And then they write down the written number that's on that's on the paperwork that they had. That essentially, and they're asking for verification. Until they hear otherwise, everything looks fine and in order, and they don't see any reason to countermand any of their orders. They just want to double check because it's extraordinary, an extraordinary measure, and there's like all kinds of shit. So, and then like you also see that everything's been cleared out. Everything south of River Street, or whatever that fucking shorter way. Basically, everything south of the yawning portal has been cleared out, and where they're going through it, it gives you like a small casualty report, kind of where they're massing the refugees, and it's basically just the rest of it is just a standard report of what the fuck's going on and what they're doing, standard guard stuff.
Yeah.
And then you reseal it, you get your little rope, your wax rope out, and you get your lighter and you light it and you heat up the thing, and you're all had it being fucking shady. Reseal this thing.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. So you make your way up north to the captain's house, and there's a guard outside the captain's house. What do you do?
Okay. I'll get down off my horse and walk up and be, yes, I'm here to give this to the captain.
All right. On your way. He takes it from you and tells you to get the fuck out of there.
He what?
He takes it from you, and then he tells you, thanks, as you were on your way.
Well, no. I was told to hand it to her first.
Oh. Well, I mean, this looks like a standard communication doc, right?
Well, it may look standard, but it isn't standard.
He looks at it, and it says standard
That's what she said.
communication. Well, hold on a second. Let me see who's even here. He goes inside. No, she's not here right now, but this is where we've been getting all the reports from everything. So I'll take it from her, and I'll be sure to give it to her. You want my guard number?
No, it's okay. Do you know where she might be?
Oh, well, protocol is that she goes to the marching grounds, but I mean, she could be anywhere.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I guess that's okay. We'll let it happen this time.
Well, all right.
Thank you. Keep at it.
He gives you a weird look and says, "Takes all types. You must be a Navy man." And then you go and do. What do you do now?
I'm gonna ride on up to the sub-minister.
All right. So, I mean, having a horse in the city right now is definitely, you're catching some eyes, right? But you look like a guard-ass guard, and you're riding a guard-ass horse, right? So, like, there's no one stopping you, no one saying anything to you, and you're able to just sort of ride up there. Once you get closer to the house, what do you do?
I'm gonna.
Do you ride up to the house in the guard uniform, or would you maybe change and hide the horse? Would you look to see if there are any other guards around. Like, what do you do?
You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna ride up as still dressed as a guard.
All right, cool. So there is a guard outside the minister's house as you arrive, but he doesn't really say anything to you because the minister has people coming and going all the fucking time.
Yeah.
So you go and you ride into the little courtyard area, and then what do you do?
Hop off my horse and I'll walk up to him and say, yes, I'm here to see Sub-Minister.
So,
I have some important information for him.
For my own clarification, is this his decoder guy?
yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, he should be in there. Go on in and just knock on the door, I guess, and he'll come and get you.
All right. Thank you.
He takes your horse over to like the stable area.
Okay. Then I'll go on and knock on the door.
He comes and opens it. Yes, what can I do for you?
I'll say, oh, yes, it's Varys. You know, I work for the guard now. In kind of a joking way.
He looks at you and like he has like a moment of recognition. 'Cause for sure, he for real thought you were a guard. Oh yes, Berries, come on in. Yes, I've got the information for the captain that she asked for. Come on in and I'll give it to you.
Wonderful.
Yes. He closes the door. Yes. Come on into my study, and then he goes back to the study and closes the door. Well, we're in it now.
Oh, yeah? How's that?
I know someone, but he's charging a steep price for it. He says that if he gives up and he does this, he's going to have to leave the town because it's going to be obvious that he's going to be he would be the one to decode it. Apparently, there's a method for that. I don't quite understand it. He's pretty skittish though right now with all the shit that was going on. So it might be a few more days before he's ready to talk. But he also doesn't want to talk to me anymore. He only wants to talk to you, but I'll be your go-between for now. He says that he'll meet you in 2 days' time in the City of the Dead.
City of...
Just the old tombstone.
Okay.
At midnight.
All right.
In 2 days.
Okay. I'll be there.
But if
I'm trying to remember. Oh, go ahead.
If he's not there, I wouldn't be too surprised, and I wouldn't stick around. I'm not entirely sure of this character either. He might. They might be on to me, and they're trying to get to you because they know someone stole. So they know someone stole a bunch of the coded documents. So anyone who's looking to decode the documents is going to be on the top of their list. So I'm not even sure if I can trust him, but he's the only person I trust the most at this point. And he might be able to help you, but he might be turning you in too. So you're gonna have to be careful with this guy. I'm not even sure if it is a guy, to be honest. It's an elf, and you can never trust those. You never trust them. Some weird freaks.
There's not a lot of trust in this line of work, but I get it.
So get the fuck out of here.
He just straight up insulted your whole race right to your face, bro.
So here, that's the information. Get the fuck out of here. And I mean, I don't know. I'm a little worried about this too. If this gets any worse, I might have to get out of here too. Asking around was stupid, but I had no idea what the fuck was going on either. He's
We'll
pissed.
get it worked out. It'll be fine.
Yeah. Yeah, sure, yeah. We'll work it out. Just like your kind always works shit out. Whatever.
What a racist prick.
For real. Can Tux go whip his ass?
Just to FYI, your character, Varys, would know that you haven't heard him talk like this before. Give me, I mean, normally
Insight
I wouldn't...
check?
Yeah, normally I wouldn't prompt insight checks too much because if I'm lying, I would rather you not roll them so that you don't know that I'm lying to you. But this would be a great time for an insight check because this guy is being, this guy is talking a bunch of shit. Give me an insight check. So for 17, you can tell this guy is fucking terrified. He's also pissed as he's very angry with you. Like you can tell he's just terrified and pissed because now like he's at like you would intuit, right? That's the whole point of the insight. You'd be able to kind of deduce, oh, this motherfucker's scared and he's pissed at me. Like in a way that he hasn't been before. So he's probably just either blown off steam, but everything he said was truthful. And as far as he knows, he trusts this character. I mean, I think he would even say that. You know, I trust this person about as much as I trust you, or about as much as you might trust me. This is getting into the codex stuff is getting inside the King's game, and I'm not really in that. But we'll see how it turns out. If you don't hear from me, or if you come back and this place is empty, that means I'm gone or dead. So. It'll need to be a while before I see your face again.
Listen, have some wine. We'll get this all squared away. It'll be fine.
Yeah, you say that. We'll find out.
We got stuff the King's gonna want. We can get the King in our back pocket.
You know what's awesome?
Come on now.
You know what's awesome is Scotty basically said, let's head to the Winchester, have a pint, and wait for this all to blow over.
What a great fucking movie. Alright, so he's telling you to get the fuck out. Is there anything else you want, or will you leave me alone for a fucking year or two? Shit.
I'll leave you be. You need to be at your wit's end. I'll catch you later and leave.
Not too much. No, maybe a while later. Alright, so you go back out, and the guard's just sort of hanging around. And you see your horse sort of tied up to the post by some hay or whatever, and your horse is just eating.
So I'm just gonna totally ditch the horse, just make my way down to the rest of the crew down near where the docks are.
Alright, so yeah, well, so that was about half hour of you riding around and talking to the fucking captain's house and going up there and doing shit. So now we're gonna cut scene while Scotty's making his way back down. Back to you guys on the boat and John going back in the water.
Meanwhile, back on the dock.
Meanwhile, back at the Fortress of Solitude.
Yes.
That fucking night.
Nice hat. It's come with a bowl of soup.
All looks good on you, though.
So, you guys are just on the ship. I kind of imagine while you guys are going down, you might have one hand on the rope. The guards are the ones who are like doing the shit or whatever, and like you have one eye on the rope and maybe one eye through some of the paperwork, or you're just kind of like rummaging around. And then John, as Tux descends into the depths again, it feels more comfortable this time. You kind of know what to expect. This might be the first time you've ever gone this deep in water. The colors change, and the animals all seem to sense you, but don't see you as like a person, or they just seem to see you as an object. Some of them come up to you. You see some like some predator animals, like sharks and stuff, but they seem to swim by you without even noticing you.
Yep. Same as last time?
Yeah, same as last time. You see some things. You see some things like the deeper you go into the shadows, but everything just seems to be kind of ignoring you.
Okay.
Because
Once
you
I
don't.
reach the deck of the ship, I'm looking for the captain's quarters.
All right. Well, all right. I wonder how that's gonna work. So
You're the fucking DM.
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Well, as you start to walk around, you realize the boat isn't 100% sturdy. Give me a.
Then he would try to swim by using an athletics check to keep
I
himself.
was gonna say, give me a dexterity or athletics.
Athletics is the swim.
No, I didn't want you to swim. I just wanted to see how well you'd be able to walk on the ship without making it like, you know what I mean? Like just balance and ease without having to swim.
I see what you're saying.
You can still walk. It's just wobbly.
Well, I was saying once if it was that wobbly, he would start to swim.
All right. Well, give me
but
whatever.
if it's just wobbly, I can try to. If you're saying it's not that bad, he'll try to stabilize it.
Well, let's see how well you can roll to stabilize, and if not, you can swim.
Athletics or acrobatics? There.
Give me acrobatics first.
Okay. That's a 6. So he's not steady on his feet.
It's very wobbly. The more you walk, it just seems to be a little wobbly.
Then he's going to try to swim. And he got a 19.
Yeah, so...
To just kind of tread and swim around in the
so
area.
I imagine your character doesn't have any buoyancy, but if he stopped swimming, he would just sort of stay at that neutral. But if he, like, starts moving around...
Well, I feel like he's got a lot of metal on him, so he would naturally sink, but he's got to work hard to keep himself up.
Well, that's what... Yeah, so he's got a good athletic to keep that going, so...
Yeah.
Cool.
He's built to be able to...
All right,
He's built for tough.
How do you think... So, when you look around the... As you're sort of, like, swim walking kind of thing around this boat, you don't really see too much on the top part. There's nothing else up there obvious, and it was a medium-sized ship, and so you know most of the stuff's down lower.
Okay, so there's not like an obvious captain's cabin
up
on the deck.
No, this was just meant for quick warfare. So everything.
He's not going to search down in this ship and get trapped in there. That's a real bad idea.
Yeah, that's what I said.
See, I was envisioning every ship has that fucking the steering.
Yeah, but this isn't. This isn't one of the. This isn't the big. Yeah,
no, you're fine.
It's not a galleon.
Yeah, you're good. He's gonna go check for the box underneath the ship.
You walk around it a little bit, and you can see. Give me a perception check. That's probably a good idea. Let's see how well you can see and what's going on with all the shit going around.
He got a 11. Sorry, I rolled.
That's a big difference.
I rolled a 7 on the die, and I started to say 17, and I was like, that's definitely not 17.
It. So with the 11, you don't really see too much. A lot of it floated off the ship as the ship sank. You can see, like, in the middle of the ship, like the top row, the top floor and the second floor, there's a pretty big hole, right? Where it either looked like it might have been rammed, or there might have been a huge cannonball that's not huge, but a cannonball that came in, and there was some other collapsing damage as it was falling down. It looked like a shipwreck, and you can't really tell what it is or what happened, but you can kind of see in there a little bit. But everything's very dark inside the ship that you can see through the hole.
Okay.
And that's what you see.
He would go search for that crate or whatever he saw possibly underneath the ship once it moved earlier.
Yeah.
So he'd swim down there, basically. Swim over to the side and let himself sink.
So as you go up a little bit, you can see more of the ship, and then you swim over to the side, and then let yourself sink a little bit. The rope kind of catches. Like, as you're swimming around, I imagine the rope kind of got loose and now that you're sinking, it's taut again.
Mhm.
And it takes a while for you to be free. Uh, the guards up there kind of get what's going on, and they start to lower you back down, right?
Yeah.
Because they didn't feel you pull anything, so they keep
Yeah.
letting you down. So you're on the side of the ship, and the ship, because you were on it and swimming around up there, it seems a little wobbly, much more wobbly than it was.
Mhm.
As you get down to the sea floor, you see clearly the ship is on top of what looks like, there's no better word for it, like a big drain. It wasn't a crate that you saw. It was essentially
A great.
Yeah.
yeah, you saw
Like
a
I
crate.
thought you heard. That's what I thought I heard you say yes to last week.
Yeah, that's what I wrote down.
Well, the thing is no, I kind of like it because it could have looked like a crate. It could have looked like something because it did have those
Yeah.
that you would see. So you can see that it's a crate, like it's a grate. Where the sea floor has encroached on the grate, so you can't see all of it. Right? Imagine
Oh,
a
he's.
square, and then imagine just like the sea floor. There's like rocks that are kind of over the side. There might be some like barnacles or some shit that's on the metal part. It's like a foot by a foot square of this sort of grate. So
Okay.
it's pretty big.
He
And
kind of processes seeing this grate and what it could mean. It could mean a few different things. It could mean an outlet for drainage and sewage, or it could mean they're fucking buried something down here that's very dangerous because he reads a lot of tales and histories of great magical monsters that have destroyed entire civilizations. So he's gonna get the fuck out of there, and he's gonna go ahead and swim back up to the ship.
give me a quick perception check as you were looking at it. I want to see. I don't know if you did you do a
That's
perception?
I thought I did. I thought that was that 13 or whatever.
It was a 17 that turned into an 11.
10 perception.
Wasn't that on the ship though?
I don't know.
And, yeah, that was on the ship.
Yeah,
But I thought I
that
rolled
was on the
it.
ship. Now that you're down there,
But I
like
got
I'm
a
not
10.
gonna. I just and what's your give me a new perception?
10.
Well, with the 10, yeah, with the ship on it, you can't see too much. You can kind of see some things like leaves and some debris kind of seem to be floating down there, like there might be some kind of current. But then you also see a fish swim out. So there might be something. There might be a small current, but there is not too much. But that's all you. That's all you see. You don't see anything else.
Yeah.
It's kind of dark. There's a ship sort of on top of it, blocking half, like every now and then. And so you pull on that rope and you say, "Fuck that," and then you get out.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Sounds
So you yank him up.
I'll just go ahead.
No, he's gonna. Yeah, because we're gonna. One guy's gonna go swim down this tunnel by himself.
You know, I gave you. I was gonna give you the option to fit. I was gonna. I wanted to give you the option, but
Well, if you did that next week, I'd have a new character, and we would never tell that story. Like,
I mean, we would. I mean, who knows? I've got ideas. Anyways.
no, but that's not fair to the rest of the group. That's
Well,
why
do
you gotta
whatever
cut that guy.
do whatever the
That's why
fuck you want.
No, well, he said, "Fuck that."
That could be
It's
sessions.
scary shit. You
No,
don't know.
you're not fucking. I wouldn't go off by myself for sessions. I would, if I'm DMing, I'm writing that guy off. I'm like, okay, if you're making this decision, you're
Well,
Yeah,
Like-
especially with Annette being up on the boat.
if it's gonna be sessions, you don't make that the option. But anyway, back to it.
So you go back up, and then you meet up with the guys.
yeah.
So what-
No, he was swimming back up to the deck of the ship.
Oh,
You go back up to the deck. So
Yeah,
you
I
just
want to
swim
take
up.
since I'm not sure what's going. That seems a little too dangerous. He wants to take a better look and investigate that hole.
All right. we'll stick with your athletics check that you were able to swim a little bit. However, the rope is no longer taut; it's dangling a little bit.
Yeah.
So now you're no longer looking down at this hole from on the dock or the top.
He's gonna pull the excess rope up close to him.
Right, you're now just looking right. You're been able to swim basically right next to it. You can see some bodies floating in there, different, all similar uniforms of what you saw. You can see supplies and crates and stuff. Nothing sticks out.
I didn't roll an investigation check. That's what I was trying to do.
Well, you wouldn't. Yeah, roll an investigation check.
Okay.
You might see something different.
Nope, I didn't see shit. And wait, do I have advantage on those now? Let me double check.
Oh,
No, insight. Yep, nope, I got a 5.
Yeah, on this one, it just looks like more or less a regular ship, maybe one of many. As you look around, you can see that there aren't any other ships, but you do see debris, some other people of both sides. You see definitely bodies, but the bodies are kind of getting eaten up. But nothing around nothing out of the ordinary around you that you can tell.
Okay. He's gonna have them pull up.
All right, they pull you up, and then they get you up top, and now you're on the ship up there.
Well, I wasn't able to get any further into the ship. There was some collapsed areas, and it looked a little too dangerous. I seemed to see some sort of vent or drain, possibly underneath the city, but cages under old cities could also mean evil legends live underneath. Who knows?
That is interesting. But you made it back safe, and that is what counts.
Very much so. Well, should we head in and try to find the rest of our group?
That depends. You don't rust, do you?
He thinks. I don't believe so.
But I said that in Elvish.
Ah,
He would
fuck.
answer in Elvish.
I had a
He would
dope
answer
ass
in
joke
Elvish.
for that.
Yeah, he would totally answer. I don't believe so. Are we speaking Elvish again? This
Yes,
is
we
quite
are.
nice.
Let's both laugh and pretend like we're making fun of Annette.
Why would I do that?
What's going on? It doesn't understand anything. What did they find?
I've learned Elvish in that.
Yeah, boop boop. Okay.
Apparently, in reading that Elvish along with Hunter, I was able to learn it.
That's fine. That's good. That may become useful. That's all I have. I don't have any witty retorts.
Okay.
That's all I got. Look, shut up.
All right, you guys
So-
see the fog starting to roll in, getting closer.
Yeah, we're heading back into the city.
All right, so you guys asked them to row you back
Yep.
to the closest, or to where you put off, or where do you guys want to?
I would say probably back to where our icons are, right?
Yeah, where we put off at.
Okay.
You guys go back there, and you guys unload there, and he then takes off and goes back, does his own, back to his own place.
Okay. So, shall we see if we can perhaps find our missing compatriot and see if he has learned anything?
I believe that would be the best course of action. Maybe head back in the direction of our inn, and we might just run into him.
I mean, I can't imagine that the party would have split without making a rendezvous point. So,
we try to pass past some of that stuff by not adding it in, so we don't bog time down.
right. I mean, I don't know.
Or, however, you definitely didn't say anything about where you're going to meet. Now,
We
Scotty,
didn't.
And that will
Scotty.
continuously slow stuff down.
Scotty, how would you go back down like the main road of where you're going down south?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah. So by the time they're talking all this stuff, you'd probably be around City of the Dead, ish on the main road, and you guys. I mean, well, what I heard you. I mean, so that's her. So
Oh, wait. Oh, he's fucking all the way up there still, currently?
I mean, you don't necessarily 100% know that, but that's
No, I mean, that's fine. I just didn't know where he was currently, so.
I mean, we'd be heading towards, like, up the main road to get towards our freaking hotel that's all the way up here. That's what we're thinking.
That's kind of what I heard you guys say before you tried to retcon everything. So, you guys then go up north and you give the guards.
No, because we knew you were going to be a dumbass about it.
So yeah, you guys come up past the yawning portal.
Anybody know the theme for the Newlywed Game?
And you guys get berries. So
I know the dating game.
right now, even though it's
2 and
there's
2.
still not a lot of people out.
That's Love Connection.
Right? So you guys meet coming back up on the high road.
I love me some Love Connection.
Oh,
So
right.
you guys then see Varys, and Varys is with you now. You are all together.
Yeah.
See, John, that's how you can do it with just retcon stuff.
I metagame the fuck out of that statement to begin with, Austin.
Ooh, we all got enlarged person cast on us too. Now we're fucking kaijus. Let's stomp this city.
Hey, Adam, now we are
I
the
don't
Wonder
think
Dwarf.
that's fair. I have that as a character ability. I don't like everyone else.
Oh,
Like,
you ain't got shit, bitch. Shut up.
I wouldn't give a shit. If we
So,
all got it, that'd be cool for a fucking battle.
Okay, so you guys meet up. How, let's roleplay that. You guys see each
Yeah,
other.
well, we were gonna. You started
When
talking.
Harry met Sally. Let's go, guys.
When Tux met Varys. So
This is
we
a peculiar elf.
see him. I can't fucking remember the French word for
Tux-
hello.
I was gonna say Tux is definitely gonna say hello.
Hola.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That's nice.
I say hola, but in Elvish.
It's Spelvish.
Elvish, yes.
I'll say, we meet again.
If they're speaking all this they're speaking all this jibber jabber, I'm just gonna fucking back off.
No, he would go back to comment. Yes. How did your meeting go with the captain?
It went okay. Got a little manhandled for a minute, but it was nothing I could.
But I was into it.
A trip to the bay went swimmingly. We found some interesting artifacts.
He learns a new language and all of a sudden becomes me.
Right, yeah, swimmingly. I see what you did there.
I did that for you.
Yeah.
But I did speak with the captain, and we have a meeting place and time.
Meeting place. We are supposed to set the meeting place.
Well, I was just running off of what I had available to me at the time and what Steve was looking to do, but there's nothing saying that we don't have to not give it.
Where are we meeting
I mean,
the
this is
captain?
pretty important stuff. We're supposed to meet him, and I tell him about this little inlet that goes into the bay or whatever topographical name that is for that spot there.
Boz, your character would know exactly where. Like, oh yeah, I go fishing there. Whatever the fuck. Like, you know that. I mean, I would imagine you know the lands around your place stuff, right?
You
Yeah,
want to meet
around my place, yeah.
Yeah.
pirate outside the gates.
Yeah, so that's where we're supposed to meet. We're supposed to meet at, did we say midnight?
I thought you
No.
were meeting his
At
contact
dusk.
to tell him where we were going to meet.
Yeah.
Unless you're trying to hide that from Tux, which is fine. That's what I remembered. This
Right.
is supposedly
I'm not
a
really
contact.
trying to
and
hide
we're gonna
anything right now.
Okay.
Right.
I'm just making sure. I was trying not to role play that I knew that.
Right.
I was trying to be very
What
careful.
you and Austin came to was we're meeting a contact down at that red spot, and then we'll tell him where we're gonna meet him. Now proceed.
And talking to her, it seems like, you know, she wants to get a hold of it. They're willing to pay us for it, and they want to destroy it. But why? I mean, I know these are important. Maybe we should take these somewhere where we can play a little bit more on our edge, not just earn some coin out of it.
Well, I would agree, but I would like to possibly work with the captain, or with Captain Riggs, if we can, or at least know what he's doing. Meet with him, if we could. Considering if we are working with Captain Islandi, Captain Riggs is a target of hers, and the more information we could get that's incriminating, the better that could be for us working with her.
All right, that's fair. Okay, well, if this works for y'all, that's our meeting point. That's our next point of contact.
I don't know about you fellas. Should we go to a safe space to discuss all of this?
What time is it, Austin?
It's 2 p.m.
Maybe the library? Because we should be really close to that. And I think everything below this line was evacuated, right?
Right. Yeah, that's what he said. He said it was cleared, so maybe it's not necessarily evacuate, but yeah. I mean, the library is not bad. Where the hell is the library? Did we put that on the map?
Across the street from
Oh, duh. I forgot. I'm going to put that on the map. Just so my dumbass doesn't forget again.
You said we didn't have to put it on there because it's right across the street.
Shut up, John. Nobody asked
Put
you.
the captain's house on there. That's great.
John, I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
Be on the recording.
You
I normally
bitch.
agree with John, but
Shut up, Austin. I didn't ask you shit either.
John, in this instance, is 100% correct. You're the fucking one who
Like
fucking
most
said.
instances, Austin.
Hey. Okay, if you two start agreeing on shit, this whole fucking group is gonna fall apart. I'm just saying.
I mean, you did say.
Wait till we're both playing together again.
Yeah.
I ain't fucking scared of that shit. Cause either I'll be playing into it or DMing it, and I'll shut that shit down so hard. You're gonna find his items in your bag, and it'll be great.
All right, so what you?
I noticed it right away, you son of a bitch. I was just far away from my computer. I had to sit up.
All right, so what do you guys? What do you guys?
I mean,
you guys have this conversation down the street.
Library or the inn? Where would you guys like
maybe-
to discuss this?
I'd say the inn. I'm thirsty.
yeah, I mean, I mean, Annette's down.
Information on people at the library.
Annette's down to drink, but yes, I also agree that we could find out stuff at the library, and also it's probably more discreet.
Because there's a lot of moving parts. If we're going to move with this information, we need to quickly, and we need more information on everyone.
Hey John,
That's
did
at
you
the
move
library
your
already.
headset? You sound a little quieter.
No, he's probably just talking quieter.
I don't know.
You're good.
Is
Yeah.
that better?
A little bit. I think, yeah, maybe it was just moved just a little bit. I don't know.
It's my volume for some reason.
He can't control the volume of his voice.
Stop
Austin,
it
sit
so
close
loud.
to
I
the
had to
computer.
turn the headphones up. Fucker.
All right.
There's
so
no
you guys-
snare in my headphones.
Where are my
so
headphones
just,
at?
we want to go to the library.
I mean, that's Annette's vote.
Tux will vote library. If you guys want to go to the inn, he will. He
Yeah.
just thinks we can accomplish more, and we have a lot of moving parts, and we need to move quickly with the information we have. Because
Alright,
we're
you-
targets.
There's two guards that are on horses that are sort of trotting along. They see you guys. They don't say anything, but they see an elf, a woman, a walking
Ooh.
farmer, and a
Walk
guard.
into a bar.
Wait, hey, point of order. Now I am not going to use this to my advantage, But I remember you saying something about Varys getting some sort of paper, and it was something about 4 individuals. Would anything on that indicate to him that it was referring to us? I meant to bring that up when he got it, but I presumed it was us.
You don't know.
Well, I know I don't know. Would he know?
I don't know.
I mean, that would be an obvious intuition that it'd be the 4 people that were down there.
That's why I'm asking.
Searching the docks.
That's why I just didn't know if it gave
being unnecessarily ambiguous.
Right. I didn't know if it would give.
It's obviously us.
I didn't know if it would give Varys pause. That's basically all I was asking. Cause you know me, I ain't gonna use that shit. I play this shit correctly, son.
All right. So what are we doing, guys?
Go to the library.
Go to the library. All right, 3-1 to the library. This
Only because of timing.
yeah
Library's also closer.
slightly yes, and it's more on the way. So yeah, we'll head there.
All right. So you guys head there. You guys get near the captain's house, whatever. You walk up to the library. There's a guard in front of the library. He's standing in front of the library. As you guys walk.
Tux would hand him his papers.
The orders.
His writ from the captain.
He pulls out his notepad and he takes some notes off of it. Looks up at you guys and takes some notes. Hands it back to you and says, "How can I help you?"
I will need access to the library. Is the
Okay.
Minister of
He pulls the key
History,
out. He turns
Minister
around.
Arvin, in?
As he's opening up the door, no, I don't believe so. I think all the ministers are probably still at the marching grounds. Do you need me to send for her for you?
No, but I would need you to send for a cask of ale for my friends here. They're quite parched from our work down on the docks earlier, and our battle with bandits.
Any other provisions, sir?
Anything else you gentlemen and lady need?
I'm okay.
He looks at you guys and he's like, "You guys look like you've been through it. How about some? You guys like want a healing potion? I think we still have some in stock. We could bring some food."
All that. And
Tux is
some
at
milk
full.
for my newly
Tux
found
is at
cat.
full health. I think Varys is the only one that's probably taken any damage.
I don't.
Well, even though you're at full health, you guys did get in a fight, and even
Yeah.
though like
Well, we
your
would
HP
need
didn't get
healing
hit,
potions.
you might have some cuts. You've got some blood for moving stuff around.
Shit.
No.
I think
Yeah.
I think when I leveled it reset me to full. That can't be right. I can't be a full.
No, we got healed.
Oh, that's right.
We all got
Yeah.
fully healed and took a short rest.
I forgot about that part. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so you guys go into the library. The library is closed, but there's no one in there. But the guard says, "All right, those provisions will be brought over to the study." And he points inside to a room that's like, looks like a study room. It's got some desks in there, but it's pretty empty. And we'll let you know. And he closes the door.
Okay.
All
So
right.
you guys are in the library.
Okay. So, should we just like get everything out on the table? Like on a table?
Yeah, we're pretty private. I would say why not?
Yeah, I mean, we're in here by ourselves. I also don't see why not.
I mean, yeah, you are in a guarded library that
Yeah.
compliments to everybody, but you guys got in, so.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's find a big table. Let's get everything out that we have. And I think first and foremost, we need to decide on a meeting location to tell this dude. Any thoughts? I think the first point of order is we need to find where we're going to tell that pirate captain to meet us.
Do we want to make it hard or easy on him? He did possibly try to kill us.
Yeah, he also paid us a handsome sum.
Yeah.
Any chance we can get the high ground?
Pretty flat city, but I like what you did there.
What are our two choices?
So we have choices because we're going to meet this guy down by this like little river delta, right? And we're gonna tell his little fucking consigliere where we would like to meet.
It's gonna be somewhere in the city.
Varys, I presume you told us that he's not too keen to meet in the city. Yes.
No, he's not. They're not keen at all.
So perhaps there is a better option. Austin, just north of the I believe that guy suggested it as well. Just north of that red spot, it kind of looks like farmland. Is that like a little suburb, or what are we calling that?
It is exactly as it looks. If there's a house, there's a house. If there's trees, there's trees.
So, because to me, it looks like, so it's farmland, mostly.
Yeah, agriculture, farmland, that's where they make food to help supply the city, and that's where essentially, there's the city, and that's like the extraterritorial jurisdiction.
Right. Gotcha. So...
Hey, real quick, Boz. Where exactly was on the map, and you can pick anywhere, I don't care where it was. Where is your like hut home area?
Oh, it's not on this map.
That's not on this map.
He's
What's the high mountain?
He's probably, Austin, just for a point of reference, he probably lives as far away from this like halfway from Waterdeep to Neverwinter, I would say. Due east, almost. I would say that's a approximate distance.
Yeah.
What about... So, just to expedite things, I'm doing this out of character voice. What about, like... are we... I know we want to meet on our terms just for security's sake, but are we trying to pull some kind of power play? Because, like, what about just, like, this group of trees right here? That's, like, just above...
Can you ping it on the map?
Yeah, I am. Like, just above the meeting spot we're supposed to meet. I mean, I know we're worried about security, right?
Not like meeting outside the city.
Yeah.
Just manned an attack on the entire city.
I understand that, Chaton, but if he cannot get into the city, then the talking about this is moot.
If he cannot get into the city, is he worth working with at all?
I can't hear you, John.
John, come back this way.
If he is not going to, sorry.
No, you're good.
If
Well,
he
you're actually
cannot,
not. But we'll
if
have
he
to
cannot get in the city, what is the point of working with him at all? If he is not connected enough to be able to get him in the city in this small crisis that he caused, is he even worth working with?
Well, it depends.
Yeah.
What about what's our access to the west look like on the city and the docks? All along the bay. What kind of waterfront is that?
Oh, that's a whole mountain range.
It's a mountain range. Okay. Is there any way to get
this whole thing here is a mountain?
Well, there's no path in between that at all.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's ways to like get down here, but I would say this is our chance for him to prove himself to us. We got the upper hand. Why fucking pander to him? Why be pansies? Why not try to strong arm him?
Yeah, totally do that. Now we're talking.
Why let him be in control? That's
Here would be my opposing argument to that. he fucking was able to organize an attack that destroyed most of the docks. So he's got some reach.
He does. Which is exactly why he should prove it.
Okay, I mean, sure, I get that.
Because, I mean, the other things we're thinking about is we could give that information to the king and gain favor there. Give that information over here and gain favor there. I don't believe we go with all this stuff with us. We need to stash some of it. I don't know where we're going to stash it, or one of us needs to stay back, or two of us. I don't know how we want to do this. But this is where we give him a taste, not all of it.
I'm down with that.
Sorry, I think Scotty's trying to say something and I'm having trouble hearing it.
Oh, I was saying, like you saying, like, maybe not sell all of it, maybe we sell it piece by piece.
Yes, he wants the picture more than anything, and I think that
do you think
could work. And then that's what he said specifically. He wanted the picture. I thought, am I not wrong, Austin?
I mean, unless it was a telephone game where you thought that.
I mean, I would think, because we have the letters, right? And we've been told that they get increasingly more salacious. I would think those are way more damning than a picture.
So what he said was, I want them destroyed or give them to me and I can destroy them. I want to see. He wants to know they're destroyed or he'll pay money for them.
Okay, so let's, real quick, because we haven't ever really discussed this option.
Okay, what's up?
What if we destroy him? Or what if we tell him we destroyed him?
And keep it.
Yeah, and we keep it. He's not. I mean, how are we supposed to prove that? It's not like we have video cameras.
That is a dangerous game because he's going to want to search all of us. We're going to have to make sure we hide them in a good place, a safe place.
Okay, well, we are in a gigantic library filled with pieces of paper. Perhaps we hide them here. Hide them in plain sight. We find a dusty old book. We stash everything amongst the pages. And we tell him they are gone.
I mean,
we should split it up if we're going to do that.
Okay, so
it could be dangerous as well if the wrong person gets in here and finds it.
See, and what I'm thinking is, it sounds good in theory, but we don't know if anybody's watching us right now.
I mean,
he could be acting like he can't get in the city, and he could have eyes on us.
Exactly.
I mean,
there could be bodies rushing the guards as we speak.
Okay, sure, but perhaps, I mean, as far as eyes on us, she looks around. We are among stacks and stacks of books. No one would have line of sight on us.
No, they wouldn't have to. All they would know is where we're going, and they would just retrace the places that we've been to from now until the meeting.
Even if they did, it would take hours for them to search all the books.
Difficult, but
they can just burn the building down. If they can burn the port down, they can burn the building.
Then they are destroyed anyway, and he gets what he wants. And we get our money.
I think it's worth that.
What was that?
Yeah, I think it's worth the test.
I mean, I don't know, like, Annette's not good at this shit. She's just throwing wet spaghetti at the wall.
I don't think those are bad ideas, but we need to get more information and see if we want to work with the king.
Wait, okay. So what?
No.
Yes, you can go.
No. So she goes, Chaton, we were up here on the night of the stakeout, yes? It wasn't exactly easy to get past the second floor. Dual locked doors up to the private sector. Perhaps we find a place to stash them up there.
We could stash them in there. That could be a useful place. But before we decide how we're going to deal with the captain, maybe we get more information on him and the king while we're here in the library.
I mean, I've been wanting to come back to the library since we found out about this Duchess lady.
Yeah.
So, like,
we want to look up, see if we can get any. Well, we don't know where she's from or have any inclination.
Right. That's
those letters are in a similar script to the shit I found under the water. Or if they're in a similar common tongue to that, Austin. Because I've seen both letters. I'm trying to ask you. You said there was an ancient Elvish script. Are these letters written in the ancient common tongue?
Which letters?
The letters from the Duchess to the king.
Nope.
With her naked pictures. No.
Nope.
So those don't seem like any ancient script. They seem in the normal common tongue from where we're from.
So, you know how, like, back in King James times, they would say thee and thou, like that was actual language, or in German, there's formal language and informal language. Right? Like you would say du sie, or do, whatever.
Yeah.
You're making this more complicated.
Two versus Usted, I get it.
The letters were written in very informal language, as if between two people. Like, this is just right. Very informal.
It doesn't seem like it's an ancient script. Like you said, there was ancient Elvish that I read, and there's also ancient Common in that same land. This isn't written in that ancient Common. That's all I'm trying to figure out.
Correct.
Right. Okay. I mean, which makes a lot of sense because they're both like current people.
Well, these people hired Captain Briggs to do something, and Captain Briggs wants this picture and this information. So I'm just interested. This is like OOC me. I'm interested in what's going on with that.
Sure.
But I had a feeling those could be connected.
Okay, so we have decisions to make.
Yeah.
Because we're getting close to quitting time.
Well,
so
do you want to wait and get that information before we make a decision?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, maybe. I mean, this would be a nice spot to stop because.
Yeah, we're definitely stopping here, but I wanted you guys to kind of finish out.
Well, here's what we'll do, Austin. Just to give you
a lot of checks to start off this session.
Just to give you,
and then make a decision.
It'll give you time to prep to what we find. So for our to-do list, because I found this to be very helpful. Find out info on the Duchess, right?
Yep.
Okay.
This is going to be very difficult.
Probably, but we'll see what we can find out. Even if it's about her homeland, like.
Yeah.
I just want to know what.
Identify that will be golden.
It would certainly be helpful. Like, I want to know what they're about. Like, is it a cool country? Are they fucking fascists? Like, what's up? Decide meeting point. Anybody got anything else?
Information on the king.
I mean, I would think living here, we would have a decent amount, but sure.
But like just whatever information they have listed in the library on his dealings and things, anything we can find, and then anything more they might have on Captain Riggs outside of his dossier. Anything anybody else wants, maybe we can look for any information in the restricted section on decoding.
Ooh, that's not bad.
Maybe there's some deciphering
codex keys
codex keys that I can look at. Maybe they got some of that up there.
That's not bad.
We'll take a look.
How about some maps and topography charts and stuff like that for the areas, so we have a better understanding.
Maps of the city to see if we can find possibly a way, so we can give him an olive branch and say there's this way into the city.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Austin, I'm gonna send a picture of our to-do list to the group so you can prep what we find.
The Duchess, you mean the Duchess who signed the documents, signed the letter to the king, right?
The naked lady in the picture.
Yeah, for sure.
We're trying to figure out who she is.
Yeah, we want to know more about her.
So you
Yeah.
guys, where are the codex documents right now?
We have all.
They're
that.
inside Tux.
Most of everything is inside Tux at this point.
All right. So I just wanted to. So you guys are deciding these things and seeing these things so remember the bottom 2 floors of the library are glass walls, windows types thing, right?
Yeah.
So you guys can see outside. I'm just painting the picture.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are at the front where you guys entered, which
Mm-hmm.
is
We're not sitting right next to windows. We're in the middle.
as you look out, there is the courtyard, but there are a lot of trees all around it, right? So it's not like you can't just go by the road and
Right.
see, right?
Right.
It is a private place, but you can see out and you can see
I brought
to
a
the
12.
captain's house, which is kind of small, and it's got like you can see where the captain's house would be, but there are those trees, right? Now remember when you got to the top of the library, you can see over those trees.
Right.
As you guys are, I would imagine that you guys are also keeping an eye out because you guys can see out there, and you guys see the guard walking towards you guys. He's got like a wagon. He looks like he's got the stuff he asked you, and then with him is the captain walking.
We're gonna
towards you.
gather our stuff up and toss it in Tux.
Captain,
Yeah.
we're talking Captain Islandi.
Yes. So
Okay.
that's what we're gonna cut tonight. Is you guys looking now?
Well,
you
we're
can-
gathering our stuff up, so I don't forget that next.
Yeah. It's all inside Tux's middle.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're not
So-
doing that shit.
You guys can see that she's like, you can see her, but you know she's across the courtyard and she's coming from her house, like she came from
Yeah.
the house. So you guys would know that you have like a couple minutes, so you're not
Yeah.
like
Right.
you didn't get caught off guard.
Right.
You can see out, and you guys are around the table. And I wasn't gonna make you roll a check because there's no way you wouldn't really be able to see because it's kind of obvious.
Right.
But that's where I was going to end it. Is you guys seeing the guard walking with supplies, with a cart, with like a little donkey pulling a cart, with some food, water, and some like stuff, and the captain just seems to be casually walking and talking next to him, walking towards the library.
All right. Dope.
And you see Minister Avi too.
Cool.